Hey, a raid! What a surprise! Yeah, my mic was switched off. Strangely, when I opened OBS, it needed updating. So for some reason, when I update it, it defaults all my devices. Thanks for the follow, Omega. So, Blackshmore, what have you been up to? I haven't seen you sculpting. Oh, it's got to be seconds, possibly even a minute. Never, never. French against the English, that's never been heard of before, ever. Do you know what's happened now, though? Because you've set me off with the raid, I've not got myself a coffee. I don't have a coffee. I don't have a coffee to...
Dad.
What's up, pal?
You know...
I'm streaming. Send me a message. And obviously the kids all want to come and ask me questions. Yeah, you're on the kid duty this afternoon? Yep, talk later, bud. Yeah, yeah. There's a little bit of past. Certainly more past than say the English and the Belgians. See you later, Black Small. Thanks again, pal. You sculpt, Emerga? Hard surface, yeah. I assume you use Blender. Are you a Blender head? Yeah. Yeah, Blender head. I used to all my hard surface stuff in Maya, which however you want to pronounce it. And then once I got into ZBrush, I just transitioned and I forced myself to use a Z modeler for all my box modeling, and I don't leave ZBrush now. All my hard surface in there. There's a couple of things where it lets itself down. It's not so powerful on a couple of things like bridge. If you're bridging edges, it's very basic, but um, you know, you make it work. Yeah, I mean it's a bag of tricks with everything. You can the renders it's pumping out, the renders that Black Smoles do look fantastic. So it's certainly powerful enough. It just struggles a little bit on the top end with the geometry. Um, as you saw, Black Small had to go into ZBrush to sort of dynamesh it. But when I've been watching him before, he's had a few crashes when his geometry gets up there. But yeah, yeah. Well, I'm at about 48 million total here on this, and it's okay. I think I hit about with my setup. I think I hit about 60 million before I start having to reduce stuff down. But I do reduce as I go. This is probably higher than I normally go. I do reduce down as I go, and I like to try and keep some stuff, basic stuff. I'll keep multiple subdiv levels, which helps. I also don't have to worry about um, keeping stuff clean because it's all for print. So um, what I tend to do is if it's getting large, I'll decimate it down. Once it's getting to completion sort of stage, I'll decimate it down as I go along, rather than leaving it to right at the end. Keeps it nice and clean. And do you sculpt for just for fun, or do you sculpt for render, or what do you like to do with your Blender sculpting or box modeling? Cool. So you're just learning, so it's just for fun at the moment, and you're enjoying the process. I remember when I first started in 3D, it was for work, and it was for back renders, so renders of packaging, product packaging. So what the client wanted is they wanted to be able to, rather than do a photo shoot of a product, food product, they wanted to have a 3D render so they could set it up and easily flick between. So that's what I started in, doing box modeling and renders of food packaging. All right, CAD for work, yeah. Is it engineering or um, fitting, outfitting, things like that? All right, yeah, cool. Got you. Is that FDM or resin? Mostly FDM, yeah. It's amazing, especially the price of printers these days. I remember when I first started, and I got into sculpting, and I've always been into models and miniatures and painting. And I decided that's why I wanted to go with it. And I looked into a printer, and at the time, we're going back 15 years ago, about 15 years ago, and at the time, your desktop printers like I've got here, they just weren't on the scene for the price point. And the printer I was quoted was a second hand, and it was £10,000. And I was umming and ahhing, and I'd been to the bank to secure a loan, and I nearly did it, and I decided no, I'm not going to do it. And I'm glad I didn't, because you skip on a couple of years, and they were starting to be on your desk. People could print much better quality than that printer that I was going to go for at home on the desk. Oh, baby, let the good times roll. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've just bought, well, not just, beginning of the year, I bought the Elegoo Ultra 3 Ultra in the sale that they were having, and it costs virtually nothing for what it's pumping out. Even just for test prints, I do models on a larger stuff, so rather than having to split it all down to do your test print on the smaller printer, I'll go on the one build plate, and it's next to nothing these days. I won't invest in resin printing. Alexa, hang up. I won't invest in resin printing anymore, as my printers are in the uninsulated garage. I can only print half of the year. Yeah, yeah. I'm in a specific built office, but yeah, a friend of mine has to mess about with heated vats and keeping his resin warm and things like that because he's in the garage. And during the winter, it's not good. It's not good. And you have to mess about with your settings, and you have a lot of failures due to the temperature and things like that. I've DIY'd a heater, but I can let it rip because of the acrylic cover, so it keeps up to 5 hours to keep it ready to go. Yeah, during winter months, of course. Yeah. I mean, I've got a little temperature gauge here, and this my room, thankfully, it stays around 19 to 21 degrees, which is perfect for resin, without having to mess about with settings and all that stuff too much. There's nothing worse than starting off a print and then you have to spend hours messing about with settings and oh baby, let the good time roll. Yeah, yeah. If you're printing functional parts, I mean, it's a perfect option. I do sometimes wish I had an FDM printer for the little bits and bobs in the office. Like for instance, last night I've just fit an arm for my screen, my tablet, my drawing tablet. So the screen's in front of me, and rather than looking down all the time at the screen, it's more of a natural view of it. But the arm, as I'm pressing, I'm moving it slightly, and over time it moves off to the side. So what I wanted was some kind of brace, and I thought if I had an FDM printer, that'd be dead easy to make. Next week I should, fingers crossed, receive my laser for the old Ender 3. Oh, really? Excellent. I assume you've been waiting for that part for a while. 15 days? Wowzers. Nobody waits 15 days for anything these days. Ah, they all stuck at customs. I once bought some models from somebody. Where was it? I'm sure it was somewhere in Europe, but it might have been further afield. Um, and they hadn't paid any of the taxes on it or the postage or anything. And when when I got to the post office, it would have cost me more than the models were worth to actually release them. So I just told them to keep them. Whoa, baby, let the good times roll. Never had any problem with shipping taxes with Creality, but this conversion kit comes directly from China. Yeah, when you're dealing with China, it's. I once had something come from China, and I didn't realise I'd ordered it from Amazon. Not realizing that it wasn't an Amazon product and it was a standalone, and it came from China, and it must have been 2 months to come. It was only a small part as well. What was it for? Might have been something to do with my painting model painting, and it took months and months to arrive. You got to watch that. Yeah, yeah. I don't have any trouble. Elegoo are good. Elegoo are fast shipping. I think they've got a place in the UK that they ship from. And also, I've been using Sunlu. Been using Sunlu products because they're cheap. So I've been using my test prints with the Sunlu resin, and they're fantastic. They were quick postage, nice and cheap. I think their resins work out about £15 a litre, as opposed to Elegoo, which are around 25, 30, depending where you get it from. Yeah, there's certainly stuff out there that's worth it, and quick postage. My K1 should have come direct from China, but someone cancelled theirs, and thus I had it in about a week. Fantastic. Sometimes the world just shines on you and gives you little glimmers of hope that not everything is lost. Oh, baby, let the good times roll. I got it 3 weeks early, and they apologised by sending me a coupon for 13 kilograms of filament. Yes! A camera for the printer, a brand new extruder, and a brand new hot end. Nice guys, if you ask me. Yeah, that was it. That's just the icing on the cake, isn't it? Yes, I'll have those things. Thank you very much. in the game would cost you less than the end of 3. What are you doing, dog? My dog's playing with his ball and he's. No, I'm not playing with you. Come on. There you go. Right, go get it. Some music on as well. Ooh, baby, let the good times roll. What have you got planned for the weekend? Anything nice? I think I'm swimming tomorrow. Swimming with the youngest lad. And then eldest lad to the cinema tomorrow night, I think. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing down there? Get your ball. Get your ball. Get your ball. Oh, is it stuck? Oh, it's tough. I'll have to get it later. Hey, Bird. How you doing, pal? How's your Friday been? I drink with some mates tonight, a big party Saturday, and then recuperate on Sunday. Sounds like a fantastic weekend to me. Bird's all right. Uneventful? Well, uneventful's never a negative. And then dinner out tonight. Nice. Ooh, Magic the Gathering pre-release. What you hoping for? Yeah, tell me about it. I'm 45, Omega, so I don't drink anymore. I used to drink. I haven't drunk for 6 years, nearly 7 years. But when I did last drink, it took me days to recover. Days. The youth is wasted on the young, I'm afraid, as they say. A bird card. Nice. Yeah, because that's your thing, isn't it, Bill Bird? You like the bird aesthetic of the cards. So what decks are you hoping to add to? Are you older? Oh no. Found somebody older than me. A bird commander deck. Yeah, you've mentioned it on stream a few times. 50. Yeah, it's only a few years. It's only a couple of years, Murga. So when they print something, I had it. Yeah. That makes sense. Did you used to play? I think you mentioned before you used to play quite. What? Oi, dog! Stop what you're doing down there. Dog's trying to get my attention. I think he wants a treat or something. Yeah, sorry, Butler. So did you used to play? I think you've mentioned that on stream before that you used to play it quite a lot. Durdle decks. That sounds cool, but I've got to be honest. I know very little about. I know the basics of Magic the Gathering, but I'm not sure what a Durdle deck is. Is that a race? Sounds cool though. A Durdle deck. Right, what we're doing, I'll put some music on, won't I? It's not. It's a term of essentially just bad cards together in a pile that somehow. Oh, right. So it's like a slang term. Durdle deck mean it's a slang term, is it? Very slow and grindy. Is that a preferred play style, or is that just something that you got into doing? Depends on the format. And when you say format, you mean the game as it's set up for you to play in. So if you're playing a tournament, it would have a certain format. What cards are legal? Yeah. I get you. Yeah, that's as I remember it. It was many years ago when I played Magic, or Tragic the Saddening, as we used to call it. I had a friend of mine who was really into it, and it consumed his life. It took over his life, so we used to call it Tragic the Saddening. Ah, tomorrow you'll play sealed. So literally everybody has 6 packs that they don't know what they've got. Ah, that's cool. I quite like that concept actually. I like that. I would enjoy playing that rather than playing against people who play with meta decks, and can't stand playing against people that are always on the meta, and they have to crunch the deck or their army or the system to the minutia so that they can crunch out that little extra bit of power play. Yeah, that sounds a lot of fun actually. Not knowing what you're getting. Yeah, I like that idea. I bet you do. Is that your is that your cheesy deck? Your power play deck? Sounds fun. So is this a bunch of friends, or is this a gaming club that's running it? GameStar. Yeah. How's the area that you live in for GameStars? I'm quite lucky here in Leeds. We've got quite a few GameStars for 2 in the area. That's not bad. It's not bad, I suppose. All depends how busy they get. Right, so there's 2 main ones that you go to. You've got a dedicated Warhammer store as well. Yeah, there's a few tabletop gaming places here where I live, and then there's a couple of actual like card-based game places. One of them is called Geek Retreat in town. They're a small franchise. Quite cool. They have like a coffee shop, cafe type area, and then you've got all your tables to play on. Quite a cool setup. Take the young and take the kids sometimes. What you been working on this week? I saw you were sculpting yesterday, but I was out and about shopping. Are you small edits? Yeah, you mentioned that last week that you wanted to get them finalised, get the renders done. Oh, so you're going to go for the My Manufacturer this weekend? Yeah, let us know how that goes, how the process goes. Any spoilers? Go on, let us know what couple of spoilers. What you're thinking on next? What's the plans? Something more short term. Yeah, mix it up a bit. Do something quick and easy, and then have a big long one. Yeah, the meats one's fantastic. You need to let me know as soon as that's up on My Manufacturer, because I want one of those on my desk. I might even, when I download it, have it pop a hole in the top for my pen and have it as my pen holder. Meets one pen holder. It's got to be done. Yeah, do it. Test printing over the weekend. Yeah, I've got some test prints I need to put through. I've also got the telling Black Small earlier. It's been sat here for about 3 weeks. I've got some plates. Got some flexi plates that fit on the Elegoo. Elegoo Ultra 3 Ultra. So see how they go. Yeah, just about done with the skin, and then I've got quite a few parts that are separate going on. So I want to finish up the skin, get the pipe work done, which is the next tonight. So finish up the skin today, get the pipe work finished off tonight, and then it's moving on to metal work, getting some damage on the metal work and scuffing that up a bit. And then he's just about done. Probably I want to get a test print out of this guy over the weekend. And he's big. He's a big model. So we do. That's how tall he stands. He's on a 50mm base. And he's about 60mm to the top of the head or top of the brain. I'm going to do 2 versions. Well, I've got a few different add-on pieces. So I'm not on the final how it's going to be as a final piece, but he's nearly there. Started putting some wraps on yesterday. Merging pieces. These were separate arms. Get them all merged into one piece, as they are now. I think I need to sort out the angle of the camera because I've got the light behind me. It's okay on the night time, but when I stream during the day, the light's behind me. It's a door, yeah. Yeah, you have similar issues. Well, it's a door, so not really. Yeah. It's. I've really noticed before how much light is behind me. Swap it over to that side, I think. So the Mimic that I made originally is like 35mm tall and doesn't fit on the base. So I thought I'd make it a bit smaller. So it was already on the thin side, yeah, so some thickening up's needed. So you're just reworking that. That's what you're doing currently. Are you online? No, just doing it in the background. More Discord bots are adding me. Um, well, I've not streamed for a while, so no. But when I streamed the other day, I had two bots come in and offer me offer me their services. I have a that paid service that I've got that I bought for the keep it sort of does all that in the background. It keeps bots out and things. Oh, random friend requests on Discord. No, I've not noticed that at all. Three this week. I'll have a look. I've certainly not received any notifications on my phone, where I've got Discord as well, obviously. I'm not sure about that. Oh, Builtbird! It's got to be Black Small's fault. Blame it all on Black Small. When you see him next, tell him that he's been sending all the bots your way, all the French bots. Definitely. Fail. Yeah. Where is this guy's hand? Yeah. Hey up, Black Small. It's one of those bots again, Built Bird. One of those French bots we've just been talking about. Built Bird's been getting some French bots coming on his Discord, and I'm telling him that it's definitely Black Small's fault. Definitely. The talking pineapple. What, what, what is that all about? It used to be a meme in your school. Let's have a look. The Ministry of Education. I like it. That is the scariest shit. What is that all about? What is that all about? Freaky Canadians, yeah. Freaky French Canadians, yeah. Did you successfully pick the kids up from school, Black Small? Was it a successful mission? You remember the bread and the cheese, but not the kids. Yeah, yeah, you've got to be priorities. Bread and cheese. Bread and cheese. I mean, it's not like France is famous for its bread or its cheese. Le baguette. See, and I said that without any help from a pineapple. We used to have, when I was at school, La baguette, sorry. Le baguette, baguette is a girl, don't ask why. What? But is baguette not bread? Baguette is bread, isn't it? Is it that masculine feminist? Is it that masculine feminine nonsense? When I was at school and we were forced to learn French because you get to drop it at GCSE, but when I was in the forced French learning stage, we had what were called bibliobus, which are these box sets, and you had a card and you worked your way through the cards and the bibliobus. So if you're on bibliobus 1, you weren't very good at all. But if you'd worked your way up to bibliobus 7, then you were practically fluent in French. Maybe we needed the pineapple to help us. Maybe that's where it all fell down. Just a library in a bus. All right, so that's where they got it from. That's where they got the name from. Okay, pal. You take care. Enjoy your Magic the Gathering later. Good luck. Hope you get some decent cards. Yeah, cheers, pal. This is part of a sort of wasteland set. So it's going to be like a futuristic Mad Maxi type thing. So I've got a few on the go. This is the first one that I'm finishing off. This is like the big brute. Technical part is finished. I finished painting. Oh yeah, you were on about the gun earlier. Yeah. So he's a tall figure. That's a 50mm base, and he's sitting at about 60mm height to the top of his head, or the top of his brain. So I've got some smaller 32mm models that I've got going in the background. So he's like the beast, yeah. With him being so much bigger, those the details are gonna come through. So spending that bit of extra time on the details. Yeah, he's gonna be a bit like the Hulk, bit of a hulking creature. And then I've got some. The idea is a little bit like, I don't know whether you play Borderlands. So I've got some creatures in mind as well. Sort of post-apocalyptic wasteland type theme. Just finishing off lots and lots of bits that I've got going. So I must have over a dozen models that are all at about this stage. I just need to get that final push and get them all sorted, and then they're in the different themes. So I've got the swamp theme for the fantasy, and then I've got the wasteland scene theme for the sci-fi stuff. Just need to get the models finished off, some renders done, and then tie them all in together. So with him being a bigger model, he's going to have splits and keys at the relevant areas. Probably split him at the waist as well. Split the hands off, key those. Key up here, key up here. Split across the middle. What's that? That's just come through on. What's that? Titan Forge have a new dwarf miniatures collection. Everybody's bringing dwarfs out, Blacksmall. It's just literally just come through to my phone now. Kickstarter. Woven Holds tabletop on Kickstarter from Titan Forge. Let's have a look. Where are we? Which side is mine? Yeah. Oh, where is it? Oh, I can't seem to find it. Why is it only just come? Why has it only come through to my phone? Let's have a look. So they're selling the resin miniatures at Kickstarter by the looks of it, and the STLs and the My Mini Factory. Legends of Old World, Volume 2, Volume 1. See you later, Omega. Thank you for popping in, sticking around. Speak to you soon. Yep, just getting the link now. Saying goodbye to Omega. You're a link whore. You like a good link. The gates to the hold are open. Expand your collection or raise a brand new dwarven army. Get unique models created with love for the bearded kind. You can't say love for the bearded kind. I find it interesting that they're covering two sides of. So they're using the My Mini Factory for the STLs, and then they're only running Kickstarter for the physical models. Yeah, I do like the ornithopter. I think they've gone a good route with that. Because we were talking about the ornithopter before, weren't we? And what would you do for it? Would you go the same route of the old Warhammer or the new boat-looking thing, or a blimp? So I like that. I like the ornithopter. I'm not keen on the organ gun type thing. That's the big multi-barrel spinning war machine. That looks more like an Empire construct. I like the small tank. This small tank. So I like the small cannon though. That's quite cool. that that dragon musician with the big dragon horn. That's awesome. I like that. That's very cool. Yeah, there's some good models in there. I like those. Very much so. I wonder if that's the new common there then, that you're running the Kickstarter for resin and the My Mini Factory Frontiers for 3D printing. For the STL files. They've taken the aesthetic for the dwarf armor from Lord of the Rings though, with the hexagonal shields, and I'm not sure whether I like that. You know, I think it's okay for an elite unit, just the odd unit. Like they've got the King's Hammers in that style here, but I don't think I could. Don't like it for the rest. A dwarf on a mechanical ram? Yeah, I'm not keen on the whole dwarfs being technical minded. Yeah, I'm with you. We talked in depth about the whole angular armor, the whole. No, I'm not keen on that. I like the blimp though. The blimp's quite cool with the dwarf head on the front of it, like a battering ram. I like that. But I'm not keen on the anvil of power with the big bionic robot. Not liking that, and I'm not keen on the mechanical ram. Rune Lord on a dragon? Dwarfs don't ride dragons. They're covering all aspects, aren't they? So they've got to cover aspects for like Fire Slayers and the old Age of Sigmar stuff as well, I suppose, because that's on a round basis. That. Well, they're all on round bases. No, they're not. Square and round. What's going on? What's up? Is it nearly your tea time? Nearly time for your biscuits? I'm not talking to the kids, I'm talking to the dogs there. Oh, can you hear him? He's upstairs. He's upstairs and he's playing up because nobody's with him in the front room. He's bored. They've certainly got a lot of tiers. Have you seen all the unlocked tiers? So they've got Townsfolk, and they've got RPG Dwarfs. Wow. But what are they on at the moment? 2,000, 2,200. So they're on 2,200. Yeah, so they're funded all the way down there. "19 days left." That's a lot of models, though, is that? I wonder how many sculptors they've got working on that lot. Not sure you've just asked the same question. Yeah, I don't know. Because that's a lot of models. And they have a couple of big release, 2 or 3 big releases every year, don't they? During the year to Titan Forge. That can't be one guy. That can't be. There's just so much. There's so much in them. And they don't, on first glance, look to be mirrored models. I know there's a lot of that going on. If you look at the models, they're literally selling them as a unit of 10, but there's only 5 guys there because they've literally flipped and they've mirrored them. I know there's a lot of that goes on. The backpacks haven't got anywhere near yours, mate. Not a touch on yours. Well, I'll tell you what, I really, really, really do like that musician with the dragon horn rounder. That's fantastic, is that? It's like a Brunhilde type character, and she's got the. I'm saying it's a she. Looks quite feminine. The horn over Hiyoshi's head. That's awesome, is that? Years of backpack expertise. Yes, I'm going to feed you in a second. I'm getting bugged by the dogs, pestered by the dogs. What? Is it time for your tea? Let me just finish up here then. Let me get this served up and we'll go get you tea. Okay, baby girl. I know. Right, I think I'll do a bit more a bit later on. I'm gonna call it a day for now. Get on with some more of this tonight. After I've made the teas, I might treat the kids to a nice treat tea, since they've been good today. Right, pal, did you say you were going to be on it all over the weekend or later, or are you busy this weekend? Nah. Right, well, you have a good weekend, pal, and I'll hopefully hook up with you next week. Speak to you at some point. Oh, cool. So you're doing something nice for him. It was my son's birthday, beginning of the week, Monday, just gone. Busy time, yeah. It is a busy time, mate. Always busy. Always busy. Well, you take care, pal, and I will see you at some point next week. Au revoir.